No, you are watching too much screen. Too much screen. No, you can't finish. You can't. Ni 6 minutes. Naweka timer. Sikiza. Ukilala mapema.
Off to bed. I heard you talking with your mama. Nimesikia mkiongea na your mom. Amekuambia how many more minutes? Eh? Umemwekea timer 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Okay. 6 minutes you go to bed, eh? Sawa. Your mama may not always be right, but your mama will always know some things. She may not always be right, okay? Your mom may not always know what is good for you, but at least for this time, since you are the baby, she knows best. Ni sasa? Nice. Now, shout out to everyone in the comments. Shout out to everyone in the space. Now, niye ndiri kindu njitagwo ngetika njenga muthaka mubui wa mbari ya bu. And this is an esoteric live. So this is, if you have a small mind, this is not your channel. So if you have this word, this is not your channel. So this is a channel that's big mind. So it's a Q&A. It's what you can call an open panel Q&A. And so the first question that I have for you, okay? This is the first question that I have for you. So, who made the trees? So did the trees come first? Or did we create the trees? Because when you go to the Bible, the title, they speak about trees, and they say that God made vegetation before the trees. So now, is it talking about vegetation, or is it talking about trees? That is the first question. So we are going to use our Google calendar or Bible or whatever. So let's ask. So what comes first in the Bible? Is it the trees or the vegetation? So what does the Bible say about vegetation? This is Hebrew. And God said, I give you every seed-bearing plant that is upon all the earth, and every tree that has seed-bearing fruit, they shall be your food. Tree bearing a fruit. Keyword. I give you every seed-bearing plant. We are talking of plants. That is upon all the earth, and every tree that has seed-bearing fruit. They shall be upon, or they shall be yours for food. So a seed-bearing fruit. So you have a seed, and out of that seed, it bears fruit, because that is what it's talking about. So what is the question? What came first? The tree or the vegetation? That is the first question. Now, this is the next question. You, the one watching me, if you're in the location of Africa or Kenya, whichever location you are in, the only reason you know you are in that location is because you are told you're in that location. So what do I mean? The only reason you can say that you're in Africa is because you are told you're in Africa. You know you are in Kenya. You can say, I was born and raised in Kenya, because you are given a certificate, or you are told that this country is Kenya. If you are not told, you are going to be given a document. What is a document? A written instructions or virtues and principles that govern that place. So you are going to be given a document, and the document will show you are Kenyan, aka a birth certificate, aka certifying. So that certification is certifying that when you came to this world, aka keyword, when you were born, when you went through birth, which is spiritual death, physical birth, aka when you came to this world in the physical, you had to die in the spiritual, aka you had to separate from this, you had to separate from the body, you had to separate from that mind, okay, that thought form from the spirit world when God created you as a word, as a thought, whatever that sperm thing you are, whatever that zygote or whatever you want to call it. So, when you came to this world, remember, when you're in your mother's womb, before you fell out of her ass, when you're in the mother's womb, you didn't use your nose to breathe. You're using your umbilical cord. You're attached to your mother through that cord, whether the cord is CODE as a phone cord or cord CHORD. Whatever cord, the fact remains is the frequency is not a word. So you are feeding through a cord. You are feeding through an umbilical, an attachment to that thing. And when you go to your biology, your anatomy, it tells you that when you are in your mama's womb, you are floating. So you are like a spaceship, okay, floating around the mothership. So your mother is the mothership, and you are floating there, okay, around your mother. But you are communicating with your mother. You are tethered to your mother. You are communicating through what you call an umbilical cord, a cord. But remember, you are not attached to your mother. That is why if you have HIV, your child can be born with no HIV as long as there's no bleeding. But they were inside you and you had HIV. Because at no particular moment are you connected with your mother. You only connect with your mother. You're only in communication with your mother. Because your mother is a mothership. She's a parent. She's a guardian. She may not be your actual spiritual mother. That is why some of you, you cannot even share blood with your mother or your father or your siblings. Okay? You are related to them. They are your relatives. Okay? By relativity, aka you came through the mother. You came through the same mothership. So by relativity, you become relatives all the way to how you are related to your uncles and your aunties and your great-grandfathers and your living uncles and your lying, raping uncles and your jealousy aunties and your great-grandmothers who have always hated on you. It's because by relativity, aka you are related by allocation, how you are related all the way to your neighbors. The neighbors you live with, you are related to them because you are rotating or you're interacting based on what you can call relativity. They become your relatives. So before you go very far, I'm related to them, understand that that is an extended family of yours, whether it's by voice, aka a culture, a language, it doesn't matter. The fact remains you are related. Now, let me improve on my fire. I have a lot of fire chart. I have a lot of fire in my chart, in my astrological chart. I'm a Taurus, mid-heaven, but I have a lot of fire. So, fire, 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 follow me. So, allow me to enjoy myself with my fire. Now, back to the video. So now, once you understand that this could be the reason that your mother or your father or your sibling is your biggest enemy. You see, just the other day, I remember just the other day on what you can call, should we be having some music in the background? You tell me. I'm going to play some music in the background, but if you don't like the music in the background, you can tell me to shut it off, okay? This live is about you. You tell me whether you like some kidogo music in the background. Now, so remember this, that there was a story whereby some kid that you saw, he went and he murdered his parent. We do not agree to those terms and conditions. And you say that he was watching too many movies. But you are forgetting that this could be a bloodline war. Now, I want to show you a bloodline war happening on Kenyan soil now. I want to show you how bloodline wars happen. I want to show you how blood streams happen. I want to show you what it means to be related to someone by blood. And why you say blood is thicker than water. You like the music? Okay, the music stays. So now, and shout out to you and everyone who's tapping on the screen. I know you are stingy with your likes, but the likes only help to keep the algorithm of the video up. They are not worth any coins. So when you are tapping the screen, it's just to keep the algorithm up. It doesn't mean shit, okay? If it doesn't stay up, it just collapses. So now, back to the video. So now you know that your parent, your mother, or your father is not related to you. Very few people are lucky enough to have found their spiritual mothers or to have found their spiritual fathers. Very few people are lucky like that. Most people are not lucky like that. And you can tell this by, before you say, oh, but you know, my parent is my parent. Let me ask you this thing. If your parent is a real parent or your mother is your real mother, spiritual mother or father, how comes they didn't put you in the inheritance? How comes you are fighting, try to get something from them? If that is your real parent, that is your real spiritual mother and father, how comes it always looks like you are fighting over something? How comes you're in competition with your father? How comes your own mother is in competition with you? Ati ukienda nyumbani na gari anakuambia haya, ako ndio kale kagari ulinunua. So you're looking at your mother like, did you just call my car a kari? Like, do you know what it takes to buy a car? Have you ever saved well apart from kuolewa na my dad? Have you ever, you get what I'm saying? So you are even thinking, why is my own mother in competition with me? Why is my own father? It's because they are not your real father. They are not your real mother. But there's a reason why you choose them. You came to this world through them because there's something that you're supposed to learn either from them or them, they're supposed to learn from you. So the only reason you choose your parents based on what you call karmic debts and ancestral curses is because you are here to either help your parents if they're not helping you. And how do you help your parents? Because some of these parents are too toxic. I'm not talking of helping your parent like going out of your and spending money on them. No, I'm talking of showing your parents, first of all, you have to heal your ass. You have to do a lot of shadow work. You have to be like Michael Jackson. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror. Understand that you have faults. Have a good look at yourself in the mirror. Think about it like this. Why am I such a cheating, lying bastard of a husband to my wife or to my people or to people around me? Then when you look at yourself clearly, you can say, mwana wa gari ya kunyagota gari, aka I must have seen this somewhere. Okay, so I'm a wounded child. Instead of communicating, I lash out, and this I learned from my father because my father was emotionally immature. So by default, umeanza na self feeling, you're like, oh shit, I must also be emotionally mature since I avoid conflict. I never apologize to my partner. I never own up to my mistakes because growing up, I never grew up with emotional intelligence. My father was emotionally immature. I saw them. He was always away, always drinking, always in scandals. So this is something that you're learning. Remember, children don't learn what you tell them. No child learns what you tell them. Children learn by observing and mimicking. They mimic, aka they copy you. And this is even a good point to mention this, okay? For all my women content creators out there, shout out to all my witches, all the beautiful women creating content out there. It doesn't matter what the content is, whether it's just shaking your ass, we appreciate your content. Now, when a child is developing, okay, before the child is 7 years old, and there's a reason why it is 7. There's a reason why God created your world in 7 days. There's a reason why we have the 7 seas or the 7 chakras. There's a reason why today is Saturday or Saturn Day or the Sabbath or what you call Ma'at when you go to Kemet or what you call Libra time or what you call 7th hour or what you call sunset today being the Saturday, the micro. Okay? So, the sun is in the first house when it is rising, aka it is in Aries, the beginning. Sunrise, between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m., the worship of Yahweh for the people in the Bible. So when the sun now gets to the 7th house, aka Libra, aka between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m., what you call the harvest hour, or when the goats are going back home between 6 and 8, so mbuzi zimeanza kurudi nyumbani, ng'ombe zimeanza kurudi nyumbani, wewe unakuanga in traffic, rush hour, umeshikwa na jam, hata hujui ni kwa nini jam imekushika, you are cursing, polisi hawafungui mataa. Why? It's because you are doing other above, so below. The sun is setting and so are you. You are rushing home. It's rush hour. It's shedding. It's harvest season. The birds are going back home. Hey, hey, Fatuma. Hey, hey, Fatuma. Hey, hey, Fatuma. The birds are going back to nest. Okay, the goats are going back home. It's set. It's the sun is setting. It's set. It's death. Death to the sun. So it is directly opposite number 1, which is 7. So explains why you have the 7 chakras. So that is the micro rotation all the way to the days of the week. Sunday, Monday through Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then on the macro now, okay, from the hours, we have the days of the week. Monday to Saturday being 7, the Sabbath. Keep ye holy the Sabbath. It says so in your Bible. But I know tomorrow you'll be very busy going to the church with the book. Oh, no, I'm going to church. But what is the book saying? Ignore the book. The pastor said, it's not about the book. But why are you carrying the book? Because Christianity is not the Bible. The Bible is not Christianity. The Bible is a book of deep, occult, esoteric wisdom. Any witchcraft, the most witchcraft is in the Bible. The words that can heal you are in the Bible. The words that can unbind you are in the Bible. The ones that can lose you are in the Bible. The Bible is an occult book. Deep, esoteric, occult book that you need to have the wisdom, not the knowledge. The wisdom to decode the allegory in the book. All the way to why they say women can preach. Okay, women are not supposed, they say women can't preach. It's not that women can't preach. Women can preach. Okay, but it's just that women by default are more feminine. So they are more in tune to their emotions and feelings. And we know that though emotions and feelings are very good for manifesting, sometimes we need logic. So we can't allow the women to preach. It doesn't mean because at women they are evil, they are the demon. No. It just means that they can't preach because they are going to preach out of emotions. Shout out to all the women out there. But I didn't say you go preach. Practice as above, so below. Sasa, divine masculine, divine feminine. Now, sasa tunaongelea maneno gani saa hizi? We started with bloodline. Sasa ndio sisi huko tumeenda days of the week, sijui hours. Sasa tena sijui tunaongea maneno gani sasa. Can someone keep track of me? Can someone remind me? Okay? Caterpillars in Eldoret, what does that mean? I have no idea about the caterpillars in Eldoret. Just know that a caterpillar is a mammoth. It's something that is getting ready to, it's a cocoon. It's getting ready to birth something. So that thing that is being birthed, you don't know. Inaweza kuwa ni kipepeo. Okay? So, and caterpillars clear. They are here to clear. Remember, this is also a reminder of what this year was. So this is the 7th sabbatical year of the Lord. AKA, when you go to your Bible, when that huwa kutafsiri ndoto walikuwa naitwa nani? Ile nyangao ilikuwa kwa jela, that allegory of someone interpreting the dreams. So when he went to the king, he spoke about 7 fat cows eating 7 weak cows. So those are the 7 years. So every cycle we have 7 good years, 7 bad years, 7 good years, 7 bad years. Now, tuko 2023, which is the last of the bad 7 years. Okay? Now, you go back 7 years from 2023, you go back, utaona kwenye Uhuru walikosania na nani? Na Ruto. Tuanzie hapo. From there, you go again back 7 years, uone kwenye Uhuru alipewa serikali. Venye walikuwa wanashinda na Ruto wakisalimiana, wanainua mkono kwa sababu Uhuru alichukua the first 7 good years. But they are all going for 10 years. So the first years were good. Before amalize hiyo miaka 7, ikaingia miaka 7 mbaya. Ruto anakalia mwaka ya 7 mbaya. So the first years of Jubilee, the first 6 years were very good. Okay? But sasa ndio tufika hii 7, kuna hii ya Ruto hii ya kwa mwaka ya kwanza. So the last 5 years alikuwa campaign mode. after they fell out. So you keep minusing, angalia miaka ya Kibaka, utoke kwa Uhuru. Keep going back 7 years. Sasa utaona hiyo cycle. The 7 fat cows, the 7 wicked cows. And if you want to divide it as above, so below, it is any year that is a jubilee year. Okay? You go back 7 years. For example, tuko 2023. So any year that you can divide by 7, and you can also divide that year by 49, and you remain with nothing. Hiyo ndio inatangwa mwaka ya jubilee. So that is the year that you start counting. Okay? Sasa, you can advise your president because they have stupid advisors out there, and maybe you are watching and you can advise him. Ambia huyo president wenyu, kama ni mjanja, he's sitting on the 7 last year, ile ngombe imekonda. Whoever is in charge of your agriculture, but tunajua they are the Pharisees, they are the representations of the people. If he was clever now, right now, angewaambia ama angeanza kutayarisha silos, because the next 7 years that are going to start from 2024 will be bountiful years. They will be the 7 bountiful years. Kama wataka kuinvest, don't invest this year, ngojea next year, which starts around March 23, yazangi December. Now, let me see. I don't know if this is spiritual. Suddenly seeing bed bugs in my house. Mingi na si uchafu. Jose about bloodline. Okay. Oh, turudi kwanza kwa huyo caterpillars. So, remembering that it is the 7th sabbatical year, hii ndio ilikuwanga ile ya ngombe 7 zimekonda ikikuja kuisha. The caterpillars are representing the pestilency that was supposed to happen, lakini haija happen. So this is the 7th year yenye inafaa kuwa ya mwisho mbaya, but we are very lucky based on the alignments. Meaning, wewe ukienda kwa shamba saa hizi, kila mtu atavuna. So pia hii mwaka sasa hii ya kuvuna is another year that we used to do rituals. All Africans used to do a ritual of blessing the food in the shamba. So wakichinja mbuzi, walikuwa kuhora ilio tadha. Burire etagwo ndurume ya gicero. In Kikuyu is called ndurume ya gicero, aka it's all white, a pure ndurume ram that is all white, haina anything. Then ilikuwa hiyo ikisulotaliwa for whatever deity or god you are following, not your European gods. Mlikuwa mnapiga chakula hiyo tadha, mnasema tumerudisha shukrani for a bountiful harvest. Is in your Bible. It is in your Bible. Now, mnarudisha shukrani. That is what you're supposed to do hii mwaka. Na kwa sababu it's around this time what you call spring or Noah's time. Okay? Which is the first flood. Which is the first rainbow. Which is the first shedding. Which is what you call summertime. Which is what you call spring, March 19 to 23rd, depending on what year it is. Inaacha March 19 to 23rd, which is what you call the vernal equinox. Okay? Which is when everything is aligned. Jua, kila kitu iko aligned. So you make no shadow. Ukisimama nje saa 6 ya mchana, hakuna kivuli, umejikanyanga kivuli. When you wake up in the morning and the sunrise, ukiangalia pare horizon, the sun is directly between your eyes. That is how you look if you have no watch or technology. Technology is, you don't even need it. You need to be like the birds. You need to know these things, then find technology. You need to know what time of the year it is without the calendar. You know what the time of day is without needing the watch. Internal. Now, so when the sun is in the first house, March 23, spring, birth, beginning, the first heavy rains, when you're the people on the eastern side, equatorial, mvua yenye inanyeshanga ya kwanza, kumaanisha mvua imemwagika tupande. When God is planting, March 19 and 23, depending on the year, what you call spring, the beginning of the year, when the year actually starts, not in your Gregorian calendar, but as above, so below. Juu hata unaona. It's birth. Ni kupanda. Kila kitu imemea. Hata ujui weeds zingine zinatokanga hivi. Unaangalia shamba unashindwa. Sasa hii ni nini imemea? Na hii mbegu ilikuwa tu kwa mchanga. Everything springs to life. When the sun is in Aries, or what you call March 23rd. Now, for 30 days, the sun travels to the next sign. The next sign will be Taurus, or what you call the second house, or what you call Baal, or what you call Canaan, or the worship of the bull in the Bible, which is the neck. So at that particular moment, when the sun is rising, inakumulika shingo. It is the second house. That is between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. So hata bila watch, even without the watch, you know it's time to work. Saa mbili unaambiwa uingie kwa ofisi, saa mbili uingie kwa class, saa mbili upange line, saa mbili ufungue bank. Kwa nini? Kwa sababu between 6 and that 8, wewe ulikuwa kwa bank ukijitayarisha kufungua. The tellers were inside the bank waiting to open the doors to the customer, aka the first thought that you had in Aries, Yahweh, sunrise, the worship of the east, wenye wanaenanga wanaangalia mulima. Thai, what are you worshiping? The Yahweh. You are worshiping the rising. It's not the sun that you are worshiping, it is that first spring, that energy that makes everything come to life. That is what you are worshiping. All the way to Kemet and the eye of Ra facing east, facing the rising. Kwa wale wanapenda maneno ya pyramid. Ni sawa sawa? Now, when the sun moves to the second house, what is the throat? What is this chakra? What is the second house? It is stabilizing things. Okay? Making things make sense. Sasa tukifungua bank teller, mnaweza ingia, tunaweza ulikuwa unataka nini ka deposit, ulikuwa na nini ka loan. Now we are grounding that energy, what you call the worship of Baal or Canaanite. Then another 30 days the sun moves into, remember sasa Taurus ni mid. We are already mid spring. Taurus ni mid spring. Then we move to Gemini, the third sign, the twins, ndio maana iko hapa kwa shoulder. Now what is Gemini? Communicative sign, mutable. What is that energy? Sodom and Gomorrah. So in the Bible, this will be Sodom and Gomorrah. So I'm teaching you, or I'm reminding you. I cannot teach you anything you don't know. I can only remind you. So I'm only reminding you about the Bible. Sodom and Gomorrah, Gemini. Then the sun moves from Gemini to Cancer, the fourth house, the heart, which is family values, home affairs, things related to people you love, care, energy. Ndio maana ukisikia mtu ako na heart cancer, usikimbie kuenda hospitali. Stop wasting time. Rudi kwao nyumbani. You'll find that that is someone is very salty. They don't talk with the mother, or if it is the mother, they don't talk with the children. Wengine wako US, kama wayuko huku waliua bwana yake, it is cancer related to the fourth house. Now, that completes what you call an arc. You see that movement? That is now why it was called Noah's Ark. That is why if you Google on the Bible, whichever book you pick, if you Google Noah, Niki Google Noah hapa, Noah's Ark, automatically there has to be a rainbow. Noah's Ark. Imekuja. I click on the images. I don't even need to do anything. The moment I click on images, there has to be a rainbow. I've clicked on images. There has to be a rainbow. Okay? There has to be a rainbow. So that rainbow, where is that rainbow? Where is that rainbow? Whatever rainbow. So this rainbow, is it focusing? Focus. So this rainbow is representing the first flood. It is representing your rainbow waters. It is representing that which you planted in Aries, made sense in Taurus, the second house, communicated about it, Gemini, then you put it in a place where you care about it, your heart, is creating that ark, that Noah's Ark. So when the sun moves into Cancer or the Noah's Ark, you know what you're supposed to be doing. So the reason you all know these things, you're supposed to know when the sun is in Aries, if you are practicing what you call the 12 disciples ritual, or what you call the 12 disciplines in the Bible, what you call the disciples. They are not disciples. Those are disciplines. What does James represent? What does Peter and Paul represent? Peter and Paul represent someone who cannot read or write, but they can preach the gospel. Meaning, I don't need your PhD. I don't need your theology to be speaking what I'm speaking. I am the first apologetics, Peter and Paul. The people you like hanging upside down because they challenge what you think you know as a theologian, having gone to go for 30 years and then kufunza Bible and you're like, oh shit. But I can't accept this truth. There's too much. I have a church. I can't accept this truth. There's too much. I have a PhD. How now? I am the Peter and Paul, but I am nothing. Welcome to the age of Aquarius. Welcome to the age of Centaurs. This is not even the age of Aquarius. This is the age of the Centaurs. Welcome to 6th dimension, baby. The fifth spiritual is on the 6D. We keep it moving. So now, that's first flood, that Noah's Ark, that falls on you, ndio ile season tuko saa hizi. Now the sun has moved into Leo, aka the tribe of Judah. So right now the sun is in our midsection. Jua iko hapa katikati ya tumbo. And this is the best time for people to express themselves using whatever is around them. So some people are going to get power using whatever they... anyway, forget about politics. Unajua kila kitu iko na reason. We have a new moon. We had a new moon in Cancer. Ujue hivyo. What is a new moon in Cancer? And when we had the new moon in Cancer, the first day, today is the fourth day. Leo ni tarehe 4 mwezi wa 5. Today is the fourth day of the 5th month, aka the sun just moved to the 5th house, what you call Leo. So caterpillars in eroded mean, turudi hapo kidogo, mean kama uliziona during those pestilence of the 7 bulls that were emaciated, kulikuwa na shida. Na unajua caterpillars inakujanga kukilia zinakula zikiendanga. So it's just like a prophecy, just confirming that this is the 7th sabbatical year. Ni mwaka wa Gigi. This is the pia hii ni mwaka mlikuwa mnapata locusts, or unaona pia hii chakula mko nayo kwa shamba, msifurahi sana. Pia shamba inaweza kuwa chakula iko kwa shamba before ikuje kukauka, ndege zikuje, birds or locusts they come, because this is the 7th sabbatical year. So to prevent that, that is why now is the time you are doing rituals. For example, I'm supposed to do a small ritual, kupiga chakula yangu kwa shamba tadha. Okay? Whichever deity, whichever god, before you start, to which god, you shouldn't care about which god I'm giving thanks to. The fact remains, I'll be thankful for the bountiful harvest in my shamba. That is the most important thing. So before you start arguing this lostness in religion, oh my god is better than yours, oh my god is black, who said there's anything like color when it comes to God? Hizo ni creation zenyu. This is pigmentation. This is not melanin. No one should lie to you, this is melanin. This is pigmentation. Melanin is something you create when you have a spark, when you can move a certain way, when you can be with all this pigmentation, be something, an example, then we can say you have melanin. This is called a pigmentation. This is a pigmentation as a result of the beings that were here before me that I followed, having stayed under this sun for so long. So they created a pigmentation which comes out of friction. But friction is not always a good thing. Okay? So we should understand, are you having a harmonious friction or what you can call a harmful friction? So when you have a harmful friction, you create a pigmentation, a darker shade, meaning we have been under this sun for too long. So we forgot. There's a song in Kikuyu that says Kioraro Oga, meaning an experiment. If you put a frog in water and you hit the water slowly, the frog may not even realize that the water is hot before they jump off. So since we have been born under these black skins for so long, we think this is a very good thing. Oh, we have melanin. Oh, we love the sun. Oh, the sun loves us. No, you are missing the point. You're supposed to be detaching from this world, because you say, wewe ndio unasemanga, to be with God is to be out of body. So why do you want to be with this body? Why are you claiming on melanin? This is a pigmentation. This is not melanin. 6 carbon, 6 protons, they told you that. You can't be claiming you are spiritual. Unasema una vitu ulifunzwa na Greeks. Who told you what is a carbon? Who taught you what is a proton? Have you ever seen a proton? No one has seen a proton. No one has even seen an atom. We call that thing an atom. When we observe, when we see that how that thing is interacting with the atmosphere, how that thing we are observing is interacting with the atmosphere, we call it atom. But that's not an atom. It's like that, and we know what is an atom. We know by starting with the word A. Anything that starts with the letter A is a point of reference for the first time. A cup, a boy, a toy, a man, a bee, Allah, Abba, our. Point of reference for the first time. You can tell it's communicating from a high note. So that makes it a beginning. Okay? So it's an atom. So we say the body is made of atoms, beginnings. No one has seen an atom. Scientists don't know anything. Scientists are just people who have a lot of money, fundings. So they can come up with any hypothesis and give it a title or name. Scientists are just rich kids with money to make toys. Ni kama ule mtu anakuringianga na gari kubwa na si gari anajua kuendesha. You are born in a family that has V8. I'm very happy for you. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Your parents did the best for you. You are a big spirit to be manifesting yourself in a family that is not lacking. Shout out to you, but that doesn't mean you know shit. It just means you have a head start. Okay? Now back to the video. So that ark, that first rainbow, that first raining, ndio mnaitanga Noah's Ark. Now, when the sun is in Cancer, hiyo mnaitanga Noah's Ark. Nimekuambia chakula imejaa kwa shamba. You can't tell people shit. Everybody is busy. Juzi tulikuwa natafuta watu wa kulimia huku unapata. When the sun was in Cancer, everybody is busy harvesting their own shamba. Watu wa shamba upati. That is the allegory when Noah couldn't find anyone to build the ark for him. Everybody was like, achana, because it was bountiful. And esoterically speaking, if you want to go deeper, go and investigate what does it mean when we have what you call sun in Cancer. Hata tusiende mbali. Let's use Google. It's right here. Sun in Cancer.
According to my pandit, when the sun is in Cancer, it means that the planet of self and stability comes into the sign of emotions. This creates a deep sense of self in the sun and Cancer natives. They are connected to themselves very deeply.
Did you hear that? When the sun moves to the 4th house, or when the sun is in Cancer, this creates self and stability coming into the sign of emotions. So the emotions represent the waters. So Noah's Ark and the waters, when it rains, those are the emotions. This creates a deep sense of self in the sun in Cancer. So people are self-entitled. They were telling Noah, go fuck yourself. It's not like we had that sasa kulikuwa na a very big boat. Ati anaka tutaenda utafuta upata, utatafuta na utapata. That's inside your body. Noah's Ark was inside your body. Every name we are naming in the Bible outside is inside yourself. All the way to Israel. Raise up your Israel. Bethlehem is your home, your heart area. All these things are inside you. You have a Judea inside you. You have a Joab inside you. All these virtues and principles, you have them inside you. You have a Peter and Paul. Meaning, you don't really have to go to school to know shit. You don't need to know how to write or read. You have a James inside you. You have the son of the Deas inside you, what you call the 12 disciples or the 12 disciplines. Hii video iko ya hiyo. Talk about bloodlines. I don't know if this is spiritual. Hands in the cassava and things. What are you sipping? Ukwanju, what you call tamarind juice. Drink of the gods. But I'm not God. Good night. Sawa. Talk in the morning. Sasa hata yeye koko lazima ukuje useme good night. Take your dog.
Coco. Coco.
Sasa unataka kukua viral tu. Unataka kukaa tu hapa video tu. Coco the pooper. You can't miss a chance. Are you a real dog wewe ama wewe ni spirit? Sasa haya sawa siongee basi. Sasa acha Coco aambie. Now you want to stick your ass in my face. You mannerless dog. You have to show off, eh? Sasa niangushie camera showing off with your ass. Can you call this dog please? Nitie huyu. Ameona camera, muite. Oh, ni tamarind juice, ukwanju. I'm drinking ukwanju. Tamarind juice, eh? Yeah, sorry. I love the artifacts. Thank you. How do you practice the ritual during this time? What ritual? Tamarind juice is very good. Kindly answer the bedbug question. So, what do bedbugs do? They suck blood. What time do they come out? At night. How fast do they run? Very fast. Very fast, motherfuckers. So, tunaanza hapo. Bedbugs in the dark. So, it's something very hidden. Very sneaky. They suck blood. Blood represents your sweat blood, sweat, and tears, aka your hard work, your time. They come, many of them, so they lay eggs, and they can be an infestation. So look at it like you are manifesting before the physical. You are manifesting a situation whereby you have a lot of hidden blood sucking characteristics that are colluding or working together to take something that you are using blood, sweat, and tears, either to accumulate what you call your safety, security, structure, and stability. Okay, so you need to look. So there's many more things. Let me see that thing. I jumped it. Wacha nione. I don't know if this is spiritual. Suddenly seeing bed bugs in my house, mingi na si uchafu. Exactly, ekonyo. So you have to remember that the body follows the spirit first. So that has already happened in the spiritual world, okay? So that means that you have to. Okay, this is the other thing. Umesema vizuri sana si uchafu. Now you are looking at uchafu like uchafu ya physical. Nguo chafu, sheets that are chafu. No, uchafu can be dirty thoughts, dirty minds, having unasikianga watu people make dirty bombs, so you can have dirty thoughts, aka you are scheming on something, or people are scheming on you, and that scheming doesn't have to be something that can be very chaotic. The fact remains it can be dirty, meaning it's something hidden. So maybe someone is getting ready to shortchange you, but remember, the bed bugs are in your bed. Na tunasemanga, you make your bed, you lay on it. So this means it is fully on you. It is you now. Unajua ndio umeota hiyo bad bug. Hizo ndio unaziona, si kuota. Uliziota kwanza before uzione. So it means that it is you who has made that bed. So whether it's a friendship, whether it's a person, place, or thing, situation or circumstance that is playing out, you made that bed. That is someone you are in bed with, in quotes. It doesn't have to be shagging up. It can be someone you're doing a business with, something you're making plans with, someone you are planning things with. You get what I'm saying? So that is what it means. Someone you're in bed with. You make your bed, you lay on it. All those, all those digididi, they hide, they eat crumbs, chakula imemwagika ndio zinakula na mende, so it's the same energy. Sasa, so deal with that energy. Back to the video. The video had a theme. Nisema ni Q&A. I said it's a Q&A. I said it's a Q&A, and I have another 30 minutes before I leave, because I have to go and rest my throat chakra. Tomorrow ni soul group. Wale tuna meeting tomorrow Sunday, Mom's Place Kikuyu. The people who come for the live esoteric lecture kesho. We start at 10:30, tunamalizanga 4:30, from 10:30 4:30, non-stop, okay? So I have to go and rest my throat for tomorrow. Now, where are we? Before I jump on another train of thought. Ile ya blood line siku sawa. Maneno ya blood, I put it on the shelf because niliona itaenda too emotional, because itatupeleka into politics and what people are competing against. Because what you people you think is what you are fighting for is not. Those are bloodlines. Those are competing bloodlines. Na hizi ni bloodlines hazinaga mababa, hazina mababa. Huyo mwenye ako hapo hakuna mtu anajua baba yake. Unauliza baba yake, mamake ako hapo hujui baba ya mtoto. Huyo mwenye anapigana na yeye, babake, the first president of Kenya, hakuna mtu alijua babake. The first president of Kenya, no one knew his father. He was brought up by someone who was not his father. The president of Kenya today, hakuna mtu anajua babake, hata mamake hajui. So you are dealing with bloodlines. You have no idea what you are dealing with. They may look like you. They may have the same skin color like you, but they belong to the rich boys club. All those people, they travel in private jets. Those are bloodlines. Those are billionaires. That's a club. That's a privilege. Very few people are able to manifest that. So those people practice something harder than you. Whatever rituals and prayers they are practicing them harder than you. That is why they're in those positions of power. All the way to someone telling you, you go to the streets Wednesday, Thursday till Friday, knowing exactly that the moon just moved into Cancer. We have a new moon in Cancer. Hapo unasikia Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you go and march. Then come this Monday, moon imetoka pale crescent. Tumeanza waning, Karate Kid works on, works off. So whatever you are planting when the moon is waxing, Karate Kid works on, works off. When the full moon comes, you will harvest. But who is going to harvest? The one who have put in the more work. The one who has had you out there protesting, shouting their name, representing them. They will reap the full moon. They will just sit back and reap the benefits. Whether ni msumkate, whatever it is. But you, mwenye una participate, ulipewa kanisa. Wewe ujui nini inaendelea. Wewe tu una march tu. Monday ni Monday. This coming Monday, it is a Monday. It is also going to be 757. Meaning, it will be the 7th day of the 5th month of the 7th year. Na itakuwa Monday. Na ndio nimesikia bado you are back on the streets. So nikuulize swali. I want to ask you a very simple question. Are you sure you know what you are participating in? Are you sure? Hapana, uko sure, si ndio? Ni conspiracy, si ndio? Ni conspiracy. Wewe enda kanisa. If you're scared, go to church. Ni conspiracy. Si mimi niko hapa. But the last time I checked, it is still their children in power. It is still their children taking the biggest business. It is still their daughters getting all the tenders. It is still their cousin getting... You are still getting nothing. You are still getting breadcrumbs. You are still manifesting breadcrumbs. So I'm asking you, since you're the one who seems to be knocking two nickels together, never making it make sense, never making it to the end of the rent, never making enough to eat, never making enough to fuel your car, could it be that you are doing the wrong thing? Unajua kuna mali unafaa ufike ulize, hey, wait, my grandfather was protesting. My grandfather hata nasikia hata hakuwa na kichwa, alikuwa amekatwa masikio moja hakuwa. My father was protesting, naona hapa na kina Koigi wa Mwele. Mimi nimeprotest millennial. Our children now are protesting. So could it be that this haifanyi kazi? You go even back, Martin Luther King. It never worked. Yes, we can. They still found him not fit for the president. Monica Lewinsky, still not fit. Even now the one you have is still not fit. So could we be, or could you be participating in the things that you should not be? Could you be having your mind, or using your mind to do things that you're not supposed, or are you using your mind paying attention to things that you should not be paying attention to? AKA politics, AKA religion, because it's not your religion. Because the last time I checked, Africans, you have no religion. You don't have a church. All the money you collect in all your Sundays goes to their churches. All the Presbyterian money you give to your church goes to Europe. All the Catholic money you give to the Romans. So black people, you don't even have a church. You don't even have a religion. You may have denominations that you can allow to crop up here. Helicopter, what do you call them? 4x4, Holy Ghost, what something, or, you know, a beauty. It has to be a name that is invoking fire. It has to be fire. Very, 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 very scary. Flaming sword, shepherd, church. You know, you have to put the fear of God in them. It has to be crossing the rivers of fire, Mediterranean, or something. Okay, you don't have a church, Africans. You don't have a church. You don't have a business, aka you don't have an African central bank. So as Africans, you don't run any business. The business is run by the IMF. What happened to your melanin? Oh, we built the pyramids. Oh, you did. You built the pyramids. You did build the pyramids, eh? Fine. You built the pyramids. Now I have the question for you. Right now, I can see you a president boasting he's going to send 1 million people to be laborers to go and build Saudi Arabia. I don't know if you are getting it. He is sending laborers to Saudi Arabia. We are not importing laborers because we are not building. If you are building, we'd be importing laborers. But we are exporting laborers, not professionals. Laborers, alisema na mdomo yake. Laborers in Saudi Arabia to go and build Saudi Arabia, to go and build the Burj Khalifa. So 200 years from now, when the dust settles, tutakuta Burj Khalifa na African watasema nini? We melanin, we are powerful. We built the Burj Khalifa. I agree you built the Burj Khalifa, but you built it as laborers. So though you built the pyramids, you didn't build them as the kings. You are not the ones who are in rulership. It is the pharaohs. It is your presidents of today. It is your Kibaki. It is your Uhuru. It is your Odinga. Those were the pharaohs then. Those are the pharaohs now. The slaves are you. who are building the pyramids, the Burj Khalifas. You're not building anything for yourself. You have no name. The last time I checked, you don't have your face on any piece of paper. You don't have your face on any piece of paper, what you can call money. So, question again. Since Africans, you don't even have a bank, what do you have? Do you have sports? You don't have sports. FIFA is not yours. The Olympics are not yours. Coco, show off. The Olympics are not yours. You have no sport. European UEFA is not you as African. You can go play. Oh, unajua we have blacks playing there. Again, who's paying you? You are being paid. You are still the slaves. You collapse in the field. You break your eggs. We can give you breadcrumbs, a few millions, but who owns the clubs? Their children. Abramovich, the billionaires, the club you are not invited. You are still manifesting breadcrumbs. Akina Omanyara, running sweat, blood, and tears just for a gold that is weighing 2 pounds. Oh, shout out, oh, your president is congratulating you. You think you have, no, you have not achieved. Who owns that sport? Who created that dash? Because you're supposed to be having your own sports, Africans. You're supposed to be having your own African wrestling. Wanakuja, wanashindwa. You're supposed to be having your own, you had so many games. Zile watoto walikuwa wanacheza Babricans. Those are sports. They should have been developed. But you say you have melanin. You don't even have sports. Let's go into entertainment. Billboard 100, Britain. Billboard 50, UK hot chart. Everything. You don't even have entertainment. Let's go to the movies. Idols. Movies that don't even exist. Spider-Man is made up in the mind. A blockbuster. Something created. Hakuna Spider-Man. Hakuna mtu anaenanga akitoa rorenda. But you had Shaka Zulu, a real man. But you don't have a movie about him. Because you can't come together to be represented. You come second. You are still on that slave mentality. Because to change a people, you have to change their mind first. People have tried. Tupac tried. Nipsey Hussle tried. Some people have tried. Akina these scholars, these stupid scholars. They are respected because of PhDs. These people were always marching, thinking marching is going to help them. Marching never helped anyone. Building did. The people reading, the people in power, I've never seen them marching. I've never seen them holding hands. I just see corporations. I just think I just think companies taking over. I just see people now exporting food to Africa. Africans, how can you import billions of worth of dollars of food? Make it make sense to me. $1 billion food import in Africa. Billions dollars worth of food import in Africa. Africa is the resources. Everyone is coming for gold in Africa, cobalt in Africa, diamond in Africa, trees in Africa, food in Africa. But you're importing food. So you're exporting the best coffee, the best tea, the organics to their market, importing garbage, GMO food, generic medications, while you are sitting on the medications in form of vegetation. But it's witchcraft. It's witchcraft. But the medication you are taking is herbal. And now when you go to the doctor, they send you to a herbal shop. Now when you go to the herbal shop, you cannot afford it. Go to Health U. So you enda Health U, saa hizi. Enda Health U, ununue herbs nikutambue. Go to Health U, ununue herbs this size. Herbs ijae kikombe. Health U, herbs ijae kikombe. Nunua vikombe 10 kama utachukua loan. Yet these are herbs you can pound in your own shamba. These are things you can grow in your own shamba. Lemon tree. You put it down, inakauka. You pound it with a pestle and mortar, unajaza kitu hapa. Thyme, oregano, things that can heal you. But unajua unapenda Chinese, eh? Unajua unapenda za kukuja. You like the white man shit. It is packaged well. You as ni inakukumbusha of dark skin and you hate anything that looks like you. It's disgusting. It's witchcraft. Ew. Someone trained you well to hate yourself. You don't even have, tumesema, you don't have a religion. Tukasema, you don't have a business. Tukasema, you don't have entertainment. Tukasema, you don't have sports. Let me make it very clear. The politics you are practicing are not yours. Did you have a multi-party system as Africans? You never had it before. It was given to you by the white people. Did you have a one-party system? Never before. It was left by the institutions. Did you have a democracy? No. Again, it was given to you by them. So again, you are participating in politics that you don't even know how they were set up. When the colonizers left, they left you their judicial system. You continued it. You didn't stop it. Au kusema shit. Hatuwezi mfunga mtu miaka 30 juu ya kuku. Juu tunajua mtu anaiba kuku ni njaa. Mtu wa kuku akiiba kuku, tukitunguza tuone yenyewe ni njaa, tunanunulia yeye kuku 10 na jogoo 2 na tunamuobserve for 6 months, tunajua ni uzembe ama alikuwa na shida. Those laws were to punish black people so that they could continue farming for white people in coffee plantations and tea plantations, what you call the jail system. Jail system is free labor everywhere around the world. So now, since the judicial, they left you, but you never changed your rules, you are still following your rules. Munavaa makofia zinakaa hivi, za Germany, makofia zinakaa hivi. You know, my lords, my lords, my lords, my lords. What is my lords? What is this still practicing their system of judiciary? Alafu naniambia mko na independence. Where is your melanin? When you are still governing under their laws, when you are still using their system. Africans, where is your melanin? You mnasemanga you are powerful, because when I look at you, you don't seem powerful at all. No, when I look at what you are manifesting, you don't look powerful at all. The people who look like they are powerful, they are in ranches. Go to Nyanyuki, go to Marsabit, they are in ranches, they have horses. You have nothing. You have a rib shack, you have a tin can, your child is still going to a government school. In 2023, mtoto wako anabeba chupa, chai, baridi na chupa. Hata afadhali wakati wa Moi kulikuwa maziwa. So I think even shit got harder for you. Afadhali hata Moi sasa. So now you're repeating the same generational curses. The same thing you went through, just upgraded. You may think now your child is doing better, juu umelipa school bus, but you're never there for your child. So the children don't learn from you. You are home twerking on TikTok in front of a child. Mtoto hawezi jua hiyo ni sexual energy, but they are communicating with an energy. When they see you dancing, they don't know what to call that, but it's something. All the sexiness, unatoa kwa video na mtoto wako wako hapo manyonyo. Tap tap my dear. So you are forgetting that your child is speaking the frequency, the energy. So when your child is of age now, when they are going through puberty, when that energy kicks in, it's very confusing. Because they only saw it with their mother. So your child, if it's a daughter, ataenda kutafuta mama. Mzee akuwe lesbian. Kama ni nani atakuwa na father wounds. Kama alikuwa ni single lady, juu hakuna venye ulikuwa na dance yu babake akiwa unless he was akafukusui. So kama ni hiyo atakuwa na daddy wounds. So these things ni nyinyi mnajiletea ancestral karmas, ancestral deaths, ancestral traumas, ni vitu narudia. We can't just keep talking about these things. It's late now. I have to go sleep. Tomorrow I'm doing my esoteric lecture the whole day, so I need to spare my throat. Learn this now. I cannot teach you anything new. I can only remind you. You have the power of the mind. If you want to change your life, you have to change your mind. It's that easy. Everything is a change of mindset. Just because you changed your mind and you didn't hit that person, you didn't end up in jail. Just because you changed your mind and decided you're not going to go through any more suffering in that relationship for validation to keep a certificate because your mother was married in church and you don't want to break her heart without understanding that maybe your mother is not even your spiritual mother. So now you're stuck in a loveless relationship. Now you have your arms broken. All you have to do is change your mind. And remember, the mind is not you. You are not this body. You are not this flesh. You possess this flesh. This is called a being. This being, we have animal beings. This being is called a human being. Hue means light or color. So human being, this human, light man means a mentality, a mind, a mindset. So this human, or what you call light man, is a man that loves the light. So we like following the light. So we are lost in the light. Our imaginations, our illusions, okay? Our fire. Fire is your visions, your imaginations, the things you come up with, the things. So all that logic is what we fell into. So since you are a human being, you are inside a being that likes the light. This is not you. Your mind is not you, since you can change your mind. If you can change your mind, how can your mind be you if you can change it? So that tells you that you're observing your mind. So you are the observer, the spirit that is observing the mind, and the mind is having experiencing its thoughts and feelings. So the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension, what you call the thoughts and feelings, the mind, is what the mind is experiencing in the physical form using the 1, 2, 3 body. This, the 3D body, is being manipulated or used or made to experience, touch, feel, practicalize, fuck, enjoy, do all these things in the physical, the 1, 2, 3, where things have shape and form. But what is experiencing? The mind, the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension, what you call the thoughts and feelings. Beyond that, we have the observer, the 7th, 8th, and 9th dimension, the spirit realm now, where everything is happening, where you sparked your first lights, your first imaginations, your first illusions, whether it's the Big Bang, whether you are born through a woman, whether you are spoken into existence like a word, it just means the first point of reference, or where you came aware for the first time, whether you became aware in your father's balls, whether you became aware in your mother's womb, whether you became aware as a thought in your father and mother. So, okay, is what we created. Tayo Jega Mushemi wa Murage. Shout out to Queen Mai. Shout out to everyone in the comments. I have my own herbs in my own yard and my lemons tree brew. Yeah, shout out to you. So now I would like to start my spiritual journey. Can you help? You already started it. The moment you stumbled on my life, you're on that. And it's not a journey. Stop looking at it like a journey. Stop attaching anything to the eye. Because your subconscious doesn't know whether you are joking or it's true. So the moment you say or you attach a negative thing to your spirit, it doesn't know. And your spirit may decide to jump into that realm to experience, na hiyo kitu meita journey. Na journey inaweza enda siku mingi sana. So stop calling it a journey. It's not a journey. Okay? And best to you, it's not a journey. It can be as easy as 1, 2, 3. Please, turudi nyuma kidogo. Lizards mean what? I see them. Lizards depends on what you are seeing ukiziona. Okay? What you are seeing, you usizione. I do my own herbal cleansing. Shout out to you, beautiful, for doing your own herbal. Energy, attention, space. It wants to be... Okay, let's continue. So now, tulikuwa happy. You have to remind me where we were. We were talking about... Woo! Too much information now. But I saw your information, so there's nothing wrong with your information. So, no, that's not for today. Can someone remind me? Oh, the observer, yeah. So, you, the spirit, is the observer. And remember, the overall, the spirit, you are the soul now. From the word solo or single. So you as a soul, you're observing in relativity to your location, your relatives, your family, the people, places, and things that surround you. So you are helping God experience from your own point of view. Let me give you an example. Unaweza ita mtu umwambie, can you see things my way? The way I'm telling you. I can see it in your own way. So how can you see it in your own way? So what you are doing, spiritually, you are going into their space because there's always space within spaces because you possess bodies. So you can possess a body. So you go into their space and you can see things from their own point of view. So there'll always be spaces. So I can make you see things from my own way. Can you see it my way? I can, put yourself in my own shoes. So as a spirit, it doesn't have to be physical. You are going or you are putting yourself in that location. It's a location. The same way you can go to a happy location. The same way I'm in a happy place. So you are going into that place, their place, and you're observing from their point of view, but you are still seeing it in your own way. Ndio nakuuliza na umeonaje? Ukiangalia from my own point of view. Na unasema from Ama unamwambia I can see it from your point of view, but however, unasikia venye umesema I can see it from your point of view, however if you ask me, this is how I'll deal with it. So you have your own individual space within the individual space. You have your own space within the overall space. So you have your own soul, your own vibration. Rasta God soul, you have your own soul vibration, single inside the all, the overall. That's how you help God experience himself. By doing your duties and responsibilities, by practicing what you call the 12 disciples ritual. I'm saying so. You know about the 12 disciples ritual. I don't have to go back to it. So, I extended. I have 3 more minutes and then we can end this live and then the rest can be for tomorrow. So group meetup kwenye tuna meeting. And I think I'll start doing my lives at night also. I think I should also be doing, because I'm always live between 8 and 10 a.m. in the morning. Though the whole of last week nimekuwa nikikuja 11. So what I'll do, hi Coco. I'll start coming live also during my PM or during my afternoon time, what you call Scorpio hour. Because being a Taurus, my night time is 8 to 10 p.m. So maybe I should bring in also a live during the night time of my time, my Taurus, which is Scorpio. So I think I should be doing live twice. How are you, Jenga? Shout out to you. I can't see the other name, Wanjiko or something. Sasa. So I should be doing these lives also because I dream with mutual things every week. I cleanse. Oh, hiyo nilikuwa nimeona. Coco, you don't have to show off. They know you by now. Everybody knows you poop everywhere. See, everybody knows you poop everywhere. I don't think we have new people in the stream, pal. Everyone knows you poop everywhere. So this is Coco the Pooper. His name is Coco the Pooper. So this dog is a very good dog, eh? Itangwa Mistito. However, he poops everywhere. Naweza mshika hivi. Coco, aren't you ashamed? I'm putting your dirty linen out there. Soul tie. Be kind to animals. This could be anyway, hiyo tiso ya leo. Shuka wewe. Hata kama I'm kind to you. Shuka hapa unaweza kuwa bado wewe you are still my ancestral karma hapa na trauma. Yeah? You come in the name. You coming in the image. He's coming in the image. Amekuwa mkubwa, eh? Coco is big now. Now he's shagging my legs. Ukikaa vibaya anakuja kwa mguu anaanza kukudu mguu. Unajua na female, still a virgin. Coco. So if you have a dog, a tiny dog like this one that needs a bull, a male, I can lend you Coco. We need Coco to go and Coco, you know if you cannot practice semen retention for too long, itaanza kutokezea, utaanza kuzeeka, eh? You need to shed your seed, eh? So you're here to procreate, Coco. Kuna semen retention hapa. Sasa ni nini sasa? Why are we going to the camera now? Why now? Wacha naharibu video. I'm new here and happy to be here. Shout out to you. Anaitwa nani? Bettingeri. Coco amekuwa big motherfucking dog. He's a rag of, he's like a rag. Ukikosa mop. Kimwaga kitu na mama Nyambura yuko umekosa mop. This is what you use. You take this piece of fur. Kafanguza na yeye meza. GMO. We never had these dogs. We made these dogs. These are GMO dogs. Hii si umbwa. Eno etagwo na Gikuyu muthige. In the Kikuyu is called a muthige. This is not a dog. Piece of shit. Anything that barks and jumps. Ati ni umbo ina. Woo, 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 woo. That's not a dog. These things are stupid. Hii kitu ukitupa kijitu itume. You know when you throw a stick, eh? You throw a stick. The dog is supposed to go iume hivi. Eh? Hii inaendanga inauma hivi. Alafu ikikuja inasahau inaangalia chini. So unaona kaumbwa kamekuja kanasahau kanaangalia chini kanafanya somersault. GMO dogs. You're GMO. Hata unashinda ukituambia eating organic you're already a GMO. The moment ulidungwa BCG, wewe ni GMO. Cha kuja kutuambia hapa ati maneno ya kukula ati unakulanga vegetarian so you are going to see God. Hakuna kitu kama hiyo. Even the old Bible tells you that which goes inside is not bad like that which comes out. So wewe unajiita vegetarian, but all you keep is puking bullshit with your vegetarian mouth. But you are puking worse than mwenye anakula hata matumbo. Okay? So understand that you are all GMO. Understand that even the things you are calling organic, hauzijui, uliambiwa ni organic. Juu sasa babako alizipata unafikiria ni organic. Juu babu yako alizipata unafikiria ni organic. But you are busy grafting oranges. You are busy grafting mangoes. You are busy grafting avocados. Avocado yako ipiti hapa. Imejaa. So any child born will think that we used to have those avocados. Na hiyo ni GMO na niwe umetengeneza. Hata hujaingia kwa lab. Hiyo ni yako. Unaita grafting. Unashindanga hapa na wembe. Na coconut. Hey, I'm grafting. This is an apple. I'm grafting an apple with a cucumber. Oh, this is a melon. I'm joining a melon with a cantaloupe. Hata zingine hujui kusema majina ni cantaloupe. I'm grafting a cantaloupe with a melon. Alafu, you cannot eat meat. You cannot. You are not going to be pure. No, you only have to eat vegetarian. Yeah, these are the only natural things. Are you sure? Even the trees we have, they are not GMO. Do you know kuna miti inaweza kuonyesha hivi? Big trees in Mount Kenya that were made by man. Mimi nashinanga Mount Kenya. Why do you think I'm out there? I'm doing social experiments. Mimi si kuambiwa. Ati wewe nilisoma Google. Me I'm on the ground. Kwa ground vitu ni different. Me I'm kwa kichaka hivi nikijionea. I'm looking at the leaves, the characteristics, the tree, the soil, how the other plants are behaving, and I'm like, hapana, hapana, si ya huku, mti ni ya kuletwa. Iko Mount Kenya sikatai, but these three, the characteristics, the correspondences, this must have been a seed that fell here, and some bird somewhere, they distributed, and now we have these three. You are busy here telling me you are not GMO. But just because you are not eating a certain diet, you are woke. Wewe ile kitu yote unajua hata ni kuambiwa. Hata uko Kenya juu unaambiwa. You are in Kenya because you are told in Kenya. Hata ujui Kenya. You are in Africa because you read somewhere. What do we call this? Africa! In their books. In their texts. Sasa unakuja sasa kuniambia mimi. Kitu ya kusoma. But you know, our forefathers, ulikuwa wewe. Story ya kuambiwa. Ulikuwa. The moment you get to your grandfather, hakuna kitu unaweza niambia. Beyond your grandfather, hakuna. Invite me over when you're going to the mountain. I would appreciate. Next week on Wednesday. You can travel on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we'll be in the mountains. The mountains is home. I dance with the elephants every day. I saw an elephant today. Hiyo ni a burning spear. Me, I see the elephants every day. Shout out to Betty Gikonyo. You want to come with me to the mountains? Everything is grafted. Yeah. So before you even claim that you're not going to listen to some esoteric knowledge based on what someone is consuming, understand that you are already a GMO. Your parent was vaccinated before you, BCG, 1970, 1960 something. Shosho yako alidungwa shindano. So shut up. Take an esoteric, sit down and learn. Hata hizo measles na hizo tetanus. Huh? What do I need to carry? Something warm. But you don't have to carry something warm. Nowadays I do escarpments like the other day. Because what I do, I drive I'll get either a Land Rover or drive over to what you call Chogoria Falls, or what you call Lake Nelions, and then from there 1, 2 hour or 3 hikes, we already on the second base camp. We don't have to go all the way to Mount. We are not proving anything. It's not about proving anything. See, it's for fun. See, it's for us. That's tumepanda. Si kama mchaina ameenda kuanguka kwa mlima akijaribu prove something. We don't have to die in the mountains. We are the children of the mountains. The Ruwenzoris, Mount Kilimanjaro. Si tumezaliwa mahali kuna milima. Just posted a video. leave some love. Grace. Oh yes. So yeah, so ignore these people wanakuja kukuambia ati oh, you know, because of these diets you cannot access your high minds. Mwambie yeye already ni GMO. Yeye mwenye anakuambia ni GMO. Na usiende mbali. Unaona hata akikuongelesha, angalia yeye hapa. Tuko wapi hiki kitu watu wote walidungwa? Hii. Angalia yeye hii. Kama akona hii asikuambie anything else. Unaona kama akona hii? Why are we marked? Tulimakiwa wapi? Nani ana hii? Nani ana hii? What do you think this branding was? Kila mtu alidungwa hii. Who do you think came up with this branding? Kila mtu alikuwa anadungwa hii kitu inakaa hivi. Hii ni kitu mzuri, hakuna mtu wako acho na hii mark. Kama akona hii BCG, hakuna kitu anafaa kukuambia ati usikule. Yeye already ni GMO na mamake ni GMO. Na before tuende tufa, na nimekuambia ujaingia kwa lab, nimekuonyesha wewe unafanya grafting wewe. Na hujasoma sana but already unafanya grafting. Wewe nikikuja kwako, kama unataka nika grafting, you are already practicing witchcraft and magic on flora and fauna before when wanaingia kwa lab, na kuna mtu anakuja kukuambia ati hey, you know, you don't have pure blood. Pure blood wewe. Uko na pure blood wewe? Are you sure? Do you know who are the pure bloods? Unless you are Puerto Rican. Unless you are O negative. Na ukiwa O negative, ukiwa na skin color bado naona. I may give you marks for having O blood negative because that is one of most purest blood, but nitakwambia you are lost. Ufai atakuwa hapa. You are supposed to be with your people, but since you are here with that skin, practice the real spirituality. Ni sawa? Yes, we ain't profiting a thing for it's me commenting. Yeah, connect with nature. Angi Jojo unasema I don't have. Unasema una mark. Ujaidungwa shindano hata moja? Ujaidungwa shindano hata moja? Hata ya tetanus? Do you know there's no tetanus? Do you know there's no tetanus? Ati ya disease. Nataka uniambie wewe kwa kijiji yenu. Kijiji yenu. Usiambiwe. Nionyeshe kwa kijiji yenu mtu wewe ulijionea ukigrow up Unaonanga watu wanaumwa na kichwa wanahara. Show me someone in your kijiji uliona akona tetanus ameuma kijiko. What is happening? You know, he got cut by a mabati, so he has tetanus. Bring a spoon. It is very dangerous. He's got tetanus. Have you ever seen? Have you ever seen? But you can see research on tetanus and you see what it was spreading. It was an experiment. But ukikatwa kidogo, endo udungwe tetanus. Me, I've cut myself. Kutoka nijue. Na, the last time I had I had a place that was bleeding. I did something stupid. Kila mtu alikuwa na endo udungwe tetanus. Mimi nikadungwe tetanus. Na hakuna tetanus. Ai. Have you noticed how the Somalis are taking things everywhere? Let them take. Let them take everything. Nimekuambia Africans, all we do is complain. Oh, we were the sons of slaves. Give us 5 acres and a mule. Give us reparations. Black lives matter. Hakuna mtu anakupea kitu. Mtu ananyongwa, anafinywa. That was a big ritual. But mtu anakufa mkiona inaisha. Hiyo ilikuwa ni event. Oh, we are the sons of Mau Mau. We need lands. Wewe unasikia wapi land ya bure wewe? So Africans, sasa tumeachia, go to every petrol station, every restaurant on your way to Wayakiwe as you go to Nakuru. Every restaurant in a petrol station now is owned by Somalis because they run things within the family. Wakikuyu hamwezi, Wakikuyu sasa mumemaliza, mishamba yenu yote meharibu na kahawa na majani. Yaani wewe unaweza kunywa black tea ndio ufikishe maziwa. If milk was giving you enough money, if that coffee was giving you enough money, if that tea was giving you enough money, do you know how many international schools, Coco? You want to put your ass on the camera? Kuja ukae hapa basi. Come here. Niache kukuignore, come. Come. Sawa, lala hapo. Sawa, lala hapo. Sit your ass there. Staki mapenzi. Okay? Sit your ass there. So, you want to stick your ass in my face? Why are you being this needy? Eh? You're more needy than my wifey. Eh? Sasa wewe. Eh? Piece of rag. Koko the pupa. Nimalize video twende. You missed some cuddling. I'm talking too much. I'm ignoring you. Let me end the live. I'm ending the live in 9 minutes. I'm talking too much also. I should go and rest. See you guys tomorrow at the Soul Group live. Meet wenye wanakujanga Kikuyu Mom's Place, Mom's Hotel, tomorrow 10:30. Entry fee inakuanga ni 500 shillings. Bring your notes and pens. Wale wa Zoom meeting, you have to WhatsApp. Wengine mnatuma WhatsApp number ya Zoom link very late. Nikishaanza. So I can't see it. Because the same phone ndio iko kwa Zoom link. So nikienda WhatsApp later ndio nakuta mwati nimetuma pesa nitumie link. You need a link before I start the streaming. Shuka sasa. Don't come here again. Toka hapa. Enda koko. Now you are I have to end this video. Go. Tie now. Sit there. So the Somalis are taking over because we don't come together. We don't know how to build. Africans don't know how to build. We do know how to build, but we build for them. We build for them. Right now we are selling our land to Chinese. Imagine tunauzia wa China shamba. China, guy. Mo China mukederia mogoda. How can you sell? Hata siongei maneno sawa. Tuuze. Si bora kanisa. Mungu atakuja atatusaidia. Tutaomba, saidika. Odwanyo badhayo. Jutres, Queen Mai, thank you. So thank you for coming through. Thank you for the few likes. I should have been at 100,000 likes because I've had a lot of people coming in and leaving. Kama niko na 63 people watching, that should be a 60,000 because everyone angekuwa metap 1,000. But you don't have to. Haina shida. What is the link, brother? The link inakujanga kwa WhatsApp. Take my WhatsApp number. Bayo mudo wetu koi. Shout out to Koi Mogwero. Big radio personality. Shout out to Koi Mogwero. Big radio personality. Beautiful Koi woman. With a big voice. Ndayo. Jesi negenu. Koi Mogwero wako jira. Jesu tigenu. So my number for the link. My number is 0720 803 702. People have my number. They can post it there. They can itango kupin 0720 803 702 0720 803 702. Yani mimi nasikia tu hesabu. Yani naenda kuandika naandika kwa calendar, kwa calculator. Ama muioni. That's my phone number. Ya WhatsApp ya link. Ama mtasema iko reversed. Huh? Jenga, the number is reversed, we can see. Really? 0720 803 702. That's the WhatsApp number. You send me a WhatsApp your WhatsApp message and you have to say hi. Don't just send me message. Hi, I was on TikTok and I saw this. I won't respond. Have some decorum. I'm saying, si hata mimi nikuja hapa na wasalimia. Shout out to Kuimoweru. See, ameanza kuflash. You don't have to flash me. Why you flashing me na nikiwa like that's demonic. Nimesema WhatsApp. Don't have to flash me. Nimesema tu ni WhatsApp. Now you have to flash me. Sasa unataka nikublock sasa after hii live. Nataka tu kublokiwa tu. Yaani toke hapa niseme sasa huyu amesikia nimesema ni WhatsApp. Na akaona flash Si nikunijaribu See, we don't need this kind of energy. Doubting Thomas is on my page. To block. You don't want me to block you for no reason. So do have a beautiful night. Or before I go, Shoshu experiment. I have a hat. Shoshu experiment. Watching from the Caribbean. Thank you. Shoshu experiment. So that thing you are seeing on TikTok, that's a Shoshu experiment. Okay? I don't want to go too deep into it because I don't want to take you too deep on a rabbit hole, but that is a social experiment. And what you are seeing is a manifestation of mental illness. I repeat. Ice cream. That's a social experiment. Even Coco is here. Coco is back. Coco is like, that's an experiment. Even Coco Even Coco would not do that. So that's an experiment. So what you are witnessing, Coco, I know you love me, but najua tumesema tunaenda kulala. You don't have to remind me. Nilikuwa nimesema 9 minutes zimeisha. Okay, sawa. Tuende kiukweli. I was just reminding them of a social experiment. All those Barbie dolls, you also have to remember the pink Barbie. They have a movie called The Pink Barbie. So I put a post on my Facebook today about that. If you go to my Facebook with the same name, Jegamodhaka, I have how many Facebook pages so that you don't miss them. The one where I'm sitting on what you can call the Game of Thrones. I'm sitting on a seat that has swords. That Facebook, when you put Jegamodhaka, you are going to have like 5 pages coming up because of being censored and everything. So the page where I'm facing west, everyone is facing east. Me, I'm facing west. I'm facing Antares. I'm facing what you can call Uriel. I'm facing Enoch. So the throne where I'm facing this way, if you go to that page, you are going to find a hint about that. I put a hint. I put a picture of a Barbie doll, and I put some dates. So if you go and Google those dates, you can even Google. You can go on Google and Google that date with what I wrote there. I wrote some. Let me see if I can see myself on Google on this one. I show you. I wrote some astrological alignment. So anyone who knows how to decode, ukisoma hiyo, utaona what I meant. Then you understand you understand what kind of social experiment that is, because that is a social experiment that goes beyond. Oh, I found it. So this is the page. Have you seen the movie yet? Cancer, Leo, Miss July. So this is what is happening. Naona hii. This is what is happening. Your TikTok mnaona I'm a Barbie doll. This is what is happening. So you go and Google this date, nimeandika hapo. Or you go and Google Cancer meeting Leo. We can even ask Google, listen to this. Cancer meet Leo, July 22nd. So in the same, the question is, do Cancer and Leo get well together? Google nimeniuliza. Leo Cancer relationships, whether romantic or platonic, are weirdly one of the best matches in the zodiac. Ndio maana wamekurudishia hiyo sinema inaitwa Barbie, the pink doll. But that is not the thing. There's a huge ritual of that love thing happening behind the crowns. Even mnajipatanga in events. Okay, this is how you find yourself in these world events. You find yourself in this big discourse, and then bad things happen to you. You may participate kitu ujui. So before I go to sleep, I remind you, all these Mike, hee-haw, lightning. That's very deep. When you look at them, you feel sorry for them. That is what you call, should I tell them? You are going to be banned wewe. Hapana, don't say that on their live. Don't say that on TikTok. Don't say that on TikTok. You iachie hapo. For another day. Wengine wenye watakuja soul group. The people will come to tomorrow for soul group. Maybe I'll go deeper on that to explain to them what that means. Well, that is deep. Yo, don't look at it ati watu wanafanya hivi the whole day. For 8 hours. 8 hours. Oh, you gave me an ice cream. Oh, for 8 hours. That's very deep. You have to understand. Take all the content creation away from your mind, or of thinking that this is something that someone is supposed to look. Now look at them without judgment. Ask yourself, people are feeling sorry for them. People in the comments are telling them to go to the bathroom. People are commenting, you need a break. You need to eat. People are commenting, do you have a mother? People are commenting, can we help you? People are commenting, do you need help? Because the people can see something is very wrong. It's a social experiment. But I won't go too deep into that. So from the bottom of my heart, do have a beautiful evening. I shouldn't have gone this live for too long. Sikupenda kwangu. Sikujangi live usiku, but karibuni sana kwa this live. Do have a beautiful night. May your tomorrow, Sunday, be as light, L-I-T-E, aka not too dense, so that you can have an easy day and the sun may shine for you. So, Dayo.